The stock market is seeing the worst dump in history, and this while Bitcoin is still holding up quite well. And the last time that this has happened was back in October 2023. And after this has happened, Bitcoin started to explode to the upside. So we are going to need to talk about that exactly in today's update video, because it is very clear what is happening right now and what is about to happen next. Everything is basically just lining up, but before going over that exactly, let's start off with that short term. And in the short term, obviously, Bitcoin has also been cooling off back to the downside because of the stock market. The stock market has just been taking Bitcoin with it. I mean, from high to low, we have already seen a 13% correction, which in stock market terms, this is absolutely insane. But however, Bitcoin is still holding up quite nicely. We'll be going over this exactly a little bit later in today's video. First of all, yeah, Bitcoin still holding above this important level of support, which we have been discussing, right? Now, yes, if Bitcoin is going to be headed a little bit lower in that imminent short term, this would be a very good opportunity in my opinion, and I would definitely be getting interested in opening up maybe a small position. But really, the big position that I'm going to be waiting for is going to be with this falling wedge breakout. Also, more on that exactly a little bit later, because you just need to understand the whole context before understanding this Bitcoin trade. First of all, Bitcoin is still consolidating, still getting squeezed up inside of this consolidation pattern, trading below this level of resistance and trading above this level of support, getting squeezed in, and a breakout is going to be inevitable within the coming few days. Now, do keep in mind, it's going to be a weekend again by tomorrow. Usually during the course of a weekend, volatility is going to be lowered, and because of this, fake breakouts tend to be more common, and I'm not going to be getting interested in trading any kind of a breakout over here during the course of the weekend, but it will be interesting to be having a look into this. Now also, because of this, I do expect that we are going to be seeing our breakout by next week. So next week will be very interesting, because also we are about to get some important data, okay? Today we're going to be getting the unemployment data, so volatility could already be incoming today, but really next week, Thursday, we're going to be seeing the real volatility with the inflation data coming up. Anyways, the Bitcoin data is looking very good. Now, do keep in mind that Bitcoin is still trading inside of this downwards range, and also we are still trading below the Bitcoin EMA ribbons. And as long as Bitcoin is going to be still trading below the EMA ribbons, I'm still going to be a little bit more cautious in that short term. Ever since we've been flipping down below our EMA ribbons, I have been talking about this fact. I have been saying, okay, I myself am just going to be slightly cautious, and I will be waiting patiently for a break to the upside, for a break above the EMA ribbons, and that is going to be one of my confirmations. Now, yes, the data is looking very good because the global liquidity has been starting to reverse to the upside, but I have been saying that in the short term, it is still to the downside. But how I am going to be approaching it is that whenever Bitcoin is going to be breaking above this downtrend, that is going to be the moment where I think we're going to be shifting our trend, and we're going to be flipping this downtrend into an uptrend, and we're going to be following that global liquidity. I will not be saying that Bitcoin has to for sure bottom out on this exact date. No, I think that's going to be very foolish and very stupid. I am just going to be using the global liquidity as the general direction in the market. So right now the general direction is still going to be down, but whenever we break this downtrend, then that general direction will be to the upside. Anyways, we could definitely be seeing this trend coming up. First of all, Bitcoin is still sitting at a massive level of support. Also, we are about to get another falling wedge breakout to the upside. We have been having a look into falling wedge patterns this whole bull market, the whole time along. Now, I've been saying this is one of the most bullish patterns we can be getting during a bull market. Right now, we are just forming another one, just waiting for more continuation to the upside. Anyways, Bitcoin is already showing a lot of strength compared to the stock market, because yes, Bitcoin against the stock market is actually already breaking out. We've been seeing this already 2 times in the past. We've been seeing this in October 2024, and we have been seeing this in October 2023. And in October 2023, we actually saw a very similar situation like we are seeing right now, because the stock market is crashing to the downside, while Bitcoin is holding up, still completely fine, still pretty good actually. And in October 2023, we were seeing the same exact thing. Initially, Bitcoin started to push to the downside. The stock market was also pushing to the downside, but then Bitcoin started to outperform the stock market over here, okay? Bitcoin started to outperform, and then after that outperformance, Bitcoin started to explode to the upside. Yes, the stock market definitely also followed over here, but initially Bitcoin started to push to the upside, and then the stock market pretty much followed. And it is actually pretty interesting that this has been happening in October 2023, because yesterday I made a video about this exactly, going over this fractal, which has been repeating for the Bitcoin price. Because this price action, which we are seeing right now, is basically the exact same like we were seeing in the price action of October 2023, where Bitcoin was just about to explode to the upside. I've been talking about this yesterday. The sentiment is exactly the same. The price action is exactly the same. The news is exactly the same. The signals we are getting in the market are exactly the same. And right now we are getting even more confluence on top of that, with the stock market also going to the downside, while Bitcoin is starting to outperform again and starting to break out again. So yeah, I mean, I just think you can't make this up. Like, everything is just pointing into the same direction. Everything is just lining up, and I almost just cannot believe it. Now, I would consider that as long as Bitcoin is still going to be trading inside of this upward sloping trend, which we have been seeing also in October 2023, right before exploding to the upside, well, right now we are seeing something similar for the Bitcoin price action, right? As long as this is going to be playing out, as long as we're still going to be trading inside of this rising trend, I do think that Bitcoin is about to explode to the upside. So yes, very interesting to watch right now. Anyways, let's see if we can be getting our confirmations. And if you are going to be getting interested in trading this yourself as well, make sure to check out that first link down below, because with that first link down below, you can be claiming $150 free trade over on Blofin. I will also be taking this trade myself over on Blofin, so be sure to be checking it out with that first link down below. Anyways, in that longer term, well, we are getting some bearish signals, right? We are getting this dead cross signal. The MACD indicator is crossing bearish over here, and a lot of people are getting fooled because of this. A lot of people are getting trapped, because if we're going to be having a look into this indicator, well, literally 0 out of the 30 bull market peak indicators have been getting flashed. So in my opinion, there's going to be no reason to be worried over here. In my opinion, we're just going to be continuing this uptrend. We have been seeing this trap already getting flashed 2 times before, and coincidentally, exactly at the moment where we have outperformed the stock market with the Bitcoin price. So yeah, everything is just pointing into the same direction. Everything is just lining up. I'm definitely not going to be bearish over here. I mean, the Bitcoin sentiment is very fearful at this current moment, but I just think that that is going to be a very good buying opportunity. Anyways, guys, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me over on X to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.